In this video, we will work with tab stops in order to help us position our text. Tab stops allow you to position your text at specific horizontal locations in a frame. Oftentimes, beginner users of word processing and publication creation software try to align their lines of text by pressing the space bar numerous times, when really this is an inefficient way to accomplish your goal, and it's also no guarantee that your text will align at the specific point you're hoping for. Your default tab settings will depend upon the horizontal ruler unit settings and the Units and Increments dialog box. To begin working with tab stops, I'm going to insert a new text frame on page 4 where we can include contact information for several employees of Sandy's Daycare Center. I'm going to type the heading Contact Us and then apply the column header paragraph style that we created in a previous video. I'm going to type the first name, Sandy Smith, who is the owner. So let's say that on the right-hand side of the page, I want to see Sandy's phone number placed at the around 40 to 42 pica spot on the ruler. This requires me to create a new tab stop. Select the Type menu and select Tabs from the drop-down menu. Notice we can also type Shift-Control-T on a PC or Shift-Command-T on a Mac to open this Tabs dialog box. First, I must decide what kind of tab stop I want, which depends on the type of alignment I want my text to have. The first arrow left justifies the text. The second down arrow center justifies the text. The third arrow right justifies the text. And the last down arrow, with a small decimal point, which is probably hard to see, aligns the text at the decimal place. For this example, we're going to left justify the text. Then we must put a specific tab location in the X field. Next, we have to decide whether or not we'd like to use a leader, which we'll discuss in a few moments. For now, we're going to left-click back into our text frame and type the Tab button on our keyboard. Notice that when I click Tab, the insertion point jumps out to the Tab spot on the ruler. Now I can type my phone number 555-1234. Chances are you have seen a phone number list, table of contents, or something similar in the past that has a line of periods that start on one side of the document and move across to the other in order to help the reader line up the text for a particular line visually. This is the purpose of using the leader option. Oftentimes, beginner users use the period button on the keyboard to manually place a whole line of periods across the page. This is an inefficient option, plus the periods never quite seem to align correctly. We're going to move to the next line and type Jane Doe, Child Care Specialist. I'm going to go back to the Tab dialog box, and this time I'm going to choose the left justified option and place a period in the leader text box. Now when I move back to my document and press the Tab button, notice that an entire line of leader characters have been placed into my document. It's that simple. If you wanted to edit the tab stop in the future, simply navigate back to the Tab dialog box and make your changes. To delete a tab stop altogether, click the menu within the Tabs dialog box and select Delete Tab. This concludes our tutorial on working with tab stops. In the future, hopefully you will be saved from a lot of manual work when it comes to lining up lines of text and creating a leader line.